Alright, this is my first ever time making a Rivals video like this, so please bear with me. I would like to start off by saying, this is my personal opinion. You don't have to agree with it. So keep that in mind. Captain America is not S tier. Now, I have been playing the game since season 5.5, so I'm kind of still newish at the game. I'm not the greatest at the game. There's better players than me, whatever. I just started getting ranked. Currently, I'm Diamond 2 right now. Trying to go up. But let me, you know what I'm saying? Captain America is not S tier, and I'm going to explain why. Now, I've watched videos, I've seen people's reasonings, and I don't agree with why y'all should call him S tier or broken. He's at a good state right now. And a lot of the reasons why people might say he's broken right now is because, for one, good Cap players make him look good. Number two, people say the meta. Because of the meta switch, they're saying Captain America is really good right now. Which you could say, sure, yeah, sure. And number three, they're saying, oh, his ultimate and the team compositions you can put Captain America into if the team is based around him. And then again, I say sure, but that does not make him S tier. That just makes, him good under certain conditions. Whereas Prime Daredevil didn't need certain conditions to be good. He just was. Prime Elsa didn't need certain conditions to be good. She just was. Black Cat didn't need certain conditions to be good. She just was. Same with Prime Phoenix. She didn't need certain conditions to be good. She just was. Captain America having pretty much a third support ultimate in his back pocket, which pretty much a mini Mantis and Gambit ult. Ultimate does not make him S tier. It makes him good right now when used under the right conditions. Like with Cap, you guys are basing it off of good players or pro players, and with pro play, the teams are made up of people who know each other and practice with each other every day and know the game in and out. Ranked or quick play or wherever, you can even say in high elo rank, man, they're not always going to coordinate with the Captain America on the team, because some people aren't putting their all into it like pro players will. People aren't, oh, there's a Cap on our team, okay, let's try to coordinate with him. Let me get on a dive to coordinate with him, or let me get on a support that can coordinate with him. They're not thinking like that. They're thinking, I want to play what I want, and if we're not winning, I'm going to blame the Captain America, because sometimes there's people who don't understand Captain America at this point in the game. Now, I'm not saying I'm the best Captain America ever. I don't think that, but I think I played the character enough to know how to get value out of him and how to use him correctly. Captain America is very team reliant. If your team is not working with you, then you cannot do anything as Cap. You're pretty much doing nothing, right? And also, Captain America has many counters in this game. I say most of the roster counters Captain America. I'm going to start listing off the characters. Starting with tanks, you have Angela, you have Venom, you have Deadpool, you have Hulk, you have Thor. A good Thor knows how to fuck with a Captain America. It's very simple. Groot. Even though, you think about it, oh, how would that, but Groot does counter Captain America. Penny, Thing, Emma, Dino. Even after the nerfs, Dino versus Cap is still a really bad matchup. But you got it, as a Cap player, we had to learn how to adapt to play into certain characters and things like that. Rogue counters Captain America. Magic does. Blade. Even Spidey counters Captain America. You could say a flyer counters him, but it's kind of 50-50. Like I said, if my team is working with me, I can get the flyer out of there. But on certain maps, flyers counter Captain America. Daredevil. Even though Elsa is poke, she can counter Captain America. You know, again, flyers. Bucky can counter Captain America. Star-Lord somewhat. Wolverine hard counters Captain America. This is Mr. Fantastic counters Captain America. So does Iron Fist. Iron Fist counters him pretty hard. And DPS pool, you know. Black Cat does indeed counter Captain America a little bit. Now if you go to supports, if you have a triple support comp, a good one, not I would even say a good one, just a triple support comp in general, Captain America isn't going to do much unless his team works with him. Now, he's not really going to get any kills unless he has another person diving with him or supporting him. That's another thing you guys brought up, double diving. Yes, if double dive with Captain America is going to be crazy, but that's how any double dive is. You could have a Daredevil and a Magic double diving your backline constantly. You're going to have to make a switch, right?
Enemy ahead. Prepare to engage.
And Captain America has so many counterplays, so many counter comps. Like, you don't even need to necessarily just go Namor or Bucky or Emma and Thing. You could go Wolverine, Thing, Emma, not even Emma, Dino. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's so many other characters you can go. You don't need to specifically go characters that are labeled anti-dive. And I know some people are confused by the, oh, well, nothing changed in his character since his last quote-unquote nerf. And it was like, yeah, nothing changed, but the meta's kind of switched a little bit. With Cyclops being dropped, you know, Captain America does counter poke. Not all poke, but most poke he does counter, like Hela or Cyclops or Phoenix a little bit. But it's still, you know, he can't do much without any help. There's like only so much you can do. Like, Captain America players really have to be versatile and had to adapt to the game and like his changes. All of his changes, he got changed a lot, you know. And this says a low-key bigger issue about Rivals as a whole is that there's so much drama in this space for no reason. Everybody's so toxic to each other. This game lives off of drama and toxicity and people being negative in any way, shape, or form. Look at the melee versus poke thing going on right now. That's a dumb argument. Play who you want to play. You know, each style may take some skill regardless. You know what I'm saying? Like, every character in this game takes a level of skill. Some characters' skill ceilings might be higher than others, and that's fine. Play who you want to play. These are Marvel characters. There's more to these characters outside of this game, right? Whereas other games, the characters are only in that game. There's so many Marvel games with Captain America, or movies, TV shows, comic books, everything. So somebody see like, oh, I like Captain America the comics, he's my favorite Marvel character, I want to play as Captain America in this game. Or they'll say, oh, Black Widow's my favorite character of all time, I want to play Black Widow or Squirrel Girl or Wanda. Right? Now the Marvel rival players, they might be like, certain elos or certain players are like, oh, Wanda, this, there. But it's like, people really genuinely like Wanda as a character. Like, look at the skin. The skin looks incredible. It's an incredible skin. And that brings up another thing. I don't think we should base the character should be changed and balanced around pro play and / top 500. I think we should find a middle. And now, when I said this before in TikTok comments, they was like, oh, we shouldn't base it around average, because average is like bronze, gold, platinum, which I don't think is true. Kinda, I think that's on the lower end. I think have the tier list be labeled top 100 / pro play tier list, and then just make tier lists for certain ranks and stuff like that of who's good, who's not. Because if you just make an overall tier list, of course people are going to be upset about it, and then you're going to have people say, well, you're not high elo, the people you're fighting aren't the same people I'm fighting, so you wouldn't even know. Which is true, but you have to like really be considerate about that. You can't just say overall, you know, oh, Captain America's S tier, because you're not going to run into a lot of good Captain Americas. Like, Japanese Curry is the best Captain America out there, but he plays differently from Mark Deasy. Mark Deasy plays differently from Black Star 1. Black Star 1 plays differently from Panu. Panu plays differently from the pro player Captain America players. They play differently from how I play Cap. Right? Everybody plays their characters differently. They may play them similar, but they play them differently enough. Okay? So it's like you're not going to run into many Captain America players that have the game sense and knowledge and know how to play Cap into certain things. Some Cap players get, they get stopped by certain characters. A lot of Cap players have to learn how to adapt to that and play into those playstyles, which they can do. It didn't matter, like, you can run into Daredevil low elo, mid elo, high elo. He would be crazy in all elos. Even in pro play, top 500, he was crazy there. He's crazy everywhere. That was the problem. Everyone had a problem with it. Nobody said Daredevil isn't broken low key. Everybody was like, yeah, true. When Elsa came out, it was the same there. In conclusion, those are my reasons. You can agree, you can disagree. You want to get mad at me about it? Sure. You do you, man. This is my personal opinion. And if you stayed all the way through, thank you. And please stop this S tier Captain America propaganda.